Welcome, everyone. Fridays across Canada are synonymous with two words: Fashion Friday. It's been a groundbreaker, a trendsetter, a place where generations of women have come to hang out with us, their friends, and their family. As we cap off a week of celebrations for the show's 40th anniversary, we have to look back at where it all began.
All of this beautiful, ragged little edging.
Pretty.
Isn't that sexy?
I did it today, but that double kind of strap thing is fairly cool.
Little show and tell there from Lisa.
Lots of leather, lots of color.
Sir, are you catching the story here, sir?
He's loving it.
You know?
So that would be something that I would buy.
Find out? It's good to know.
It's Fashion Friday here on Cityline. I'm Tracy Moore, your guest host today. Happy Fashion Friday, everyone. Are you happy to be here?
I didn't know you were going to be one of the models. I didn't either.
Leg up.
Oh, Lord.
Exactly, but you have to stay there.
Oh, so this is cool.
Isn't this great?
I think a woman in a beautiful suit is just fabulous.
Me too.
Oh, it's easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Leggings are not pants.
But you're nude from there to there.
Yeah,
Like,
you
what
are.
happened?
Whoever said leggings aren't pants just needed the right pair of leggings.
I saw that.
And we're not talking about the trends today. We are talking about style, and that is something you can have throughout your entire life.
Speaking of style,
I'm not reaching for the black coat. I'm bringing out the color.
can we just give it up for... Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Do you like that? Is that okay? The blue. You like? The shoe. You like?
Put on a kick-ass shoe with it and a... Excuse me?
I didn't say that.
So you're small, you're big, you're juicy, you're not, whatever. You look fabulous in my clothes.
I feel like a British school person or something, you know? But a little sexier.
But a little sexier.
Expressing yourself through your clothes in a way that makes you feel confident and more like yourself.
Oh, that one's got my name on it.
It's so good.
Having a moment, everyone.
Yeah.
That's you. Right?
They have very different bodies, but they both look great in the same thing.
Welcome, fashion besties, Myles, Sexton, and Lisa Corbo.
What does Cinderella always usually wear on her feet?
Glass
A glass slipper.
slippers.
Not this Cinderella. Look what she's wearing. Flats! Yeah!
Actually, make him go away completely.
Just the eyes. What a trip. Looking back on all that incredible fashion, and of course, we got to talk to the woman who helped create Fashion Friday. Candy Signorini joins me now. Stylist Lynn Spence, the OG. Myles Sexton, our fashion stylist. Oh my goodness. I mean, Candy, this is iconic.
Beyond
this is iconic. You started Fashion Friday and the iconic mega makeover madness. How long ago do you think that was?
Over 36 years ago, Tracy.
Over 36 years ago. Where'd the idea come from? Do you remember?
You know what? We used to do Makeover Madness in those days, so 3 makeovers live during the hour. And then in production, we talked about what if we made over the whole audience? And of course, everyone thought we were crazy and no, you can't do it. And of course, we take no as a challenge. So the idea was, let's make over the whole 40 people in the audience, starting at 6 in the morning, scattered at salons throughout the city. But what was interesting that a lot of people don't know is we used to do 3 live makeovers in the windows of Hudson Bay at Queen and Queen and Yonge.
Yeah.
So commuters would stop on their way to work to watch the live makeovers happening. While the show was live here, we'd do a live remote there.
Candy Signorini. That
iconic.
is amazing.
It was iconic.
Like groundbreaking even back then,
Absolutely.
right?
It had never
and
been
it would
done.
still be now.
Exactly. It was never done.
Yeah.
And I think a couple of points I want to make about Mega Makeover Madness is, you know, what I loved was we would get beautiful letters. I mean, we have the best viewers, as you know. Yeah. We would get wonderful thank you notes from women. And, you know, yes, it's only hair and makeup, but it empowered women. You know, whether they were stay-at-home moms or going through a rough patch in their life, just having an hour of pampering and pick me up, they would send us these notes and say, you know, it gave me the confidence to go back to school, to leave the job I didn't like, to leave the husband I didn't like. So we're responsible for a few divorces. I'm sorry.
And that's okay.
I hope it worked out. I hope it worked out. So, you know, that I think is special. The other thing that's special is that we did the math, and during my time, we did over 3,100 makeovers.
Oh,
so
my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
That's a lot of lipstick and a lot of hairspray, Tracy.
Candy, you must be exhausted.
I am. I'm
okay,
tired, yeah.
that's a lot of makeovers. And we kept them going, so that number must be well over 5,000 now, which is incredible. Now, you all don't get to see a lot of the behind the scenes, because there's actually a party happening off air. Take a look at Lynn when she comes in every time. These are iconic rollers, okay? She must have the rollers. And it's like, Lynn, every time I see you come in and you've got the rollers in your hair, and there's just something so comforting. There's something so comforting. You've been a part of the mega makeover teams so many times, but you've also brought so many great looks to the show. You've been here for years and years. You have influenced fashion enormously. Talk to me about your time on the show.
I can't talk to you about that because I look as if I need a makeover.
No, you don't. You look so cute. Cute as a button.
I have to say that the show has afforded me a platform.
Yeah.
And I have taken advantage of that platform for decades. And it was the most extraordinary experience because I got to meet many of our viewers, the ones that were sitting in their homes, because I was invited to go all around Canada and do shows and get on, you know, do stage presentations and whatever. So I really had them in my head, in my ear the whole time. So when I pulled fashion, I wasn't really thinking about trend. It was much more about, I'm going to steal this because I felt the same way. It was important for me to enable women in a really good way, to make them feel really excited about fashion again.
Yeah.
It was an opportunity for me to say, I'm just like you.
Yes.
And I want you to know that you can do it. I don't care if it means that you go after and you get the job you want, you get the part you want, you get the guy or the girl you want. It doesn't matter as long as you come out feeling better. And if it lifts your spirits, then I'm all for that.
Then
That's what it was.
Yes. And I'll tell you this, and I said this about Brian Gluckstein, if you're out in public with Lynn Spence, she's not going even 5 minutes without someone stopping and asking her for advice. And she will drop everything she has and go help you pick out the green or the blue shirt. And it's not even, she's not even gonna be a thought. She'll be like, no, put the blue down, take the green. I've been out with you and you're fantastic with people. So Lynn, we love you.
Thank you.
Now, a lot of people don't know this, but we've been featuring clothing for all bodies for years on this show. And it started with showcasing Izzy Camilleri adaptive clothing collections. We've done it on the show years ago. And now, Myles, you've actually continued this on the show with segments celebrating Canadian fashion designers, gender-neutral fashion, celebrating non-binary and trans people. It's been amazing watching you evolve with the show. Talk to me a little bit about what that experience has been like for you.
I mean, honestly, it's like life-changing, and you know, it makes me quite emotional because, like, I think before Cityline, like, I never saw someone like myself on television that was being celebrated, and I think that is like, it's such a powerful thing, you know. And so having the opportunity to come on board and be a style expert, I'm like, you know, how do I get involved and how do we take diversity and inclusion to a whole other level, you know, using real bodies, like bringing in people from my community that also don't get to be celebrated. And then especially too from like an adaptive and people with physical limitations, like celebrating these types of people too, because they are real people that love fashion, but don't maybe necessarily have the access to it, you know? So it's like, I think it's just been so transformative being able to bring this to the show and just celebrate, you know, everyone.
The beautiful thing for me is we open the door and then you all bring in all of that with you. And I love that for us. You know, we couldn't celebrate Fashion Friday without talking about our beautiful, beautiful friend, Sandra Patana. Her daughter, Lauren, is here with us today in the audience. Lauren, thank you so much. Your mom meant so much to us. She had such a unique sense of style. We've had people come into the audience and talk about how she affected their style and their lives. How did that influence you, having a mom that was such a big presence on this show?
You know, my mom was, to me, just my mom. She was always just really well dressed. She made everyone smile. She always lit up a room. And she always said, you know, don't be afraid to mix patterns, textures, colors. Like, go for it. It's just clothes. Have fun with it. And if you look good, you're going to feel good, and vice versa. And just, like, spread that joy and that positivity and that light in the world.
Lauren, thank you. There she is, doing her thing. Thank you for being here, Lauren. And let's take a moment to talk about Sandra, because she brought something very special to this show.
Well, she did, and I think we all would agree Sandra was one of the most creative people any of us had ever worked with. And I remember we'd go into a store to do a pull, and, you know, I would walk past something, and she'd say, no, 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 Candy, no, no, this works. And I'm like, really? And she's like, no, it works. And to your point, you know, you mix patterns, you mix colors, and you looked at it, and it's like, she's right, it does work. It really opened up all our minds and all our creativity.
For me, it was like she was the art of fashion.
Yes.
Yes.
You know,
Yep.
she brought in the art, and it was about textures, and it was about fashion history and all of these beautiful things. And you worked so closely with her, Lynn.
She was a delight, and she was an artist.
She was an artist.
That's exactly what she was, and I think she made you feel as if you could also be and feel and do. She was tremendous, absolutely tremendous, and very transformative. Like, she could make you feel as if you could be anything.
Absolutely. Oh.